This is team rider Ian Kuhn, and he's one of the most versatile athletes on the entire planet. When did you actually start snowboarding?
So I got into snowboarding when I was about 12 years old. Ended up watching X Games, like any other kid. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to snowboard. Ended up getting my first board. It was one of those Walmart ones where you put your feet into it. Couldn't get down the hill, so I ended up finding a used snowboard and boots for real cheap. Went down like my little hill in my backyard and I was sold.
Ian grew up in a town called Hartford, Wisconsin, the town of about 15,000 people. When it came to snowboarding, there wasn't much nearby except for a small resort called Little Switzerland, which embodied the typical Midwest snowboarding dream, where the region lacks in snow and vertical it makes up for with rope toe hot laps and a solid arsenal of jibs.
I'm keeping it real, I ain't gonna hold you. Serve to the smokers, built trees with my soldiers.
So how did the story between you and Gilson start?
I was invited by one of my friends, Phil Smodgy. He was associated with Gilson a little bit. He actually took a razor and overjumped this thing with Nitro Circus. Doctors told me he wasn't going to be able to walk again. And like day 4 in the hospital, he was able to move his foot. So he was just like, You know what? We're going to tell the doctors, screw you guys. I'm going to be able to walk out of here. So he was actually able to walk out of the hospital very slowly, but he was able to walk out of the hospital.
Oh, that's insane.
Yep. Yeah. He's the guy, man. I mean, he's one incredible human being.
So Phil introduced you to the team?
Yep. Yeah. And Gilson actually sponsored his snow skate event that he was doing because he had a snowboard division for it. And he said, hey, come on out to my place. And I actually did a front flip over this rainbow box that he had. And he was like, yeah, whoever can do this, like, obviously he's going to win the contest. I ended up landing it like second try.
Front flip. All right, now man, we got Ian Kuhn.
Super stoked on it. Ended up winning one of his Gilson's magical decks. So I ended up riding that Gilson for the year. And Josh Wong hit me up over at Gilson and he said, hey man, like, I'm glad you like the board. Would you like another? And that's kind of how it all kicked off after that.
Now, while Ian's eyes were never on competing in the World Cup circuit, he brought himself and his boards to local rail jams and smaller competitions around the region. Just last year, Ian took part in Rebel Bonus Track out in Trollhagen and put down one of the cleanest half-cab 50s I've ever seen.
Robin Hood and
Even without the back 3, just popping half-cab onto that log is insane. How many attempts did that take you?
One. That was first try. I was so stoked on that. I've done that trick a lot. Honestly, it's like one of my back pocket tricks where it's like a go-to. Like half cabs onto rails are just really easy for me for some reason. I just do them so often. Like every single time I go out and ride, I try to do every single trick that I normally can.
Now, snowboarding aside, Ian is by far one of the most well-rounded athletes on the entire team.
Oh, yeah!
From backside airs at his local skate park to no-footed can-cans on pit bikes, this man will throw just about anything airborne as long as it has a set of wheels.
So when I was about 4 years old, my dad got me a dirt bike. So I went super hard into moto. We had like this little Quonset hut that we actually had an indoor track at. So we would actually ride indoors in winter. Otherwise we were riding snowmobiles, kind of just staying busy that way with motors and stuff.
That was sick.
Now, knowing you for a little bit, your body has definitely been through the ringer. You've exploded both your shoulders on separate occasions.
Yeah.
You've rocked your head really hard in the past as well, but you keep coming back for more. What would you say motivates you to keep snowboarding every day?
Honestly, I just want to get clips, man. Being able to set something up, have something in mind, go do it, and just have that clip, be able to show your friends, post it, make a video out of it. Again, it kind of goes back to like that art where snowboarding really is an art. Each video is a completely different art piece. Each spot that you're hitting, each rail, each trick that you do it a certain way, whatever grabs you're tweaking, that's kind of how that goes for me, man.
Do you still have a dream trick on your bucket list?
Dream trick for sure. Cab 2 Pretz 2 through a quad kink. One of my favorite snowboarders, Jed Anderson, man. He's got a video of him doing a cab 2 pretzel 2 on a down flat down ledge, like a hubba. And I thought it was the gnarliest thing ever. And then my buddy Sam Anderson, he ended up doing a cab 2 through a quad kink, and I just thought it was the gnarliest thing ever done.
What does your dream snowboard graphic look like?
Oh, man. If I had a dream graphic, honestly, because people call me Coon Dog, I'd want a hot dog like in mustard, put coon dog on the hot dog itself. Like growing up, I've had raccoons before and stuff like that. I'd try to have like a raccoon trying to reach for it or something in the middle of the board. I think that'd be pretty cool.
If you guys want to keep up to date with Ian and everything he's throwing down on a skateboard, BMX, dirt bike, pit bike, and obviously his snowboard, I'm sure I missed some more. I'll leave a link down to his Instagram in the description below. Big thanks to him for hopping on and having a chat. He's a really nice guy.